Kia ora, high pressure still very much with us as we head through the rest of the day for Thursday. You can see on the satellite picture plenty of clear sky across the south side, a little bit more cloud around those eastern parts of the north side, but even here I think we'll find some brightness as we head through the afternoon. This lingering feature up across the Bay of Plenty, the Coromandel, continues to bring a few showers across those northern parts of the country during Thursday, but for the South Island, there's plenty of dry weather in store, both by day and also by night. That clear sky sticking with us for many of us as well. As we go through in towards the early hours of Thursday, you can see we have these lingering features still across those more northern parts of New Zealand, still bringing the risk of a few showers through there. And we might find a little bit more cloud around these western parts of the North Island as we head through the night time as well. In terms of our temperatures still down just about into single figures through parts of, say, the Queenstown Lakes area and down towards Southland and Otago. But for many of us, we're back in double figures with lows around about 10 degrees Celsius through parts of Canterbury. As we head through Friday, the high pressure is still just about holding on, but you can see we've got more active features up just to the north of New Zealand. And as we go through towards the end of the day, we could well find some heavier showers through parts of Northland, perhaps the Coromandel, and in towards those eastern parts of the Bay of Plenty as well. Once again though, the South Island generally staying fine and dry, bit of a low cloud around that eastern coast first thing. You can see though, we've got our next feature waiting in the wings to come back towards us as we go into the weekend. For the North Island though, we'll start off with a touch more cloud around the island, particularly across those western parts, perhaps thick enough to bring an odd shower here and there. But what we will notice more though will be these heavier showers, perhaps drifting down towards places like the Bay of Plenty, in towards perhaps places like Gisborne as well, and also a few forming in those more inland areas through Northland as well. Now you can see they're not for everyone, but those darker blues are indicating that's that risk of perhaps one or two heavier ones, perhaps through parts of, say, the eastern Bay of Plenty and towards the ranges through there, and also those central parts of Northland. But for many of us, as we go through and towards the afternoon, the cloud will break up. There'll be some nice clear skies as we head towards the end of the day, and some fine weather later on as well. So it is an improving story for many spots. Just watch out for perhaps an odd shower skirting those far southern parts of Hawke's Bay later on, and an odd shower perhaps even making its way in towards Gisborne as well. As we go through the daytime, we'll find our top temperatures out towards that eastern coast. Temperatures back to highs around about 27 degrees Celsius for Napier, and up towards Gisborne City, 26 up in Whangarei. So I think we are still going to find a pretty warm day there. And I think overnight temperatures staying around about 11 degrees Celsius for those more central parts of the North Island, 16 or so for Auckland in towards that start of Saturday. Down on the South Island, well, for many of us it is a dry looking day. There will be a little bit of low cloud pushing through towards perhaps the Christchurch, or more especially just south of Banks Peninsula and towards those southern parts of Canterbury. That retreats away and leaves some brightness and some sunshine through the daytime. And you can see it's generally a fine day across the board. Down in the far south, we'll find some higher cloud creeping towards us towards the end of the day, but generally staying dry, just that cloud increasing through the afternoon. And you can see as we go right away in towards the nighttime, some showers or some spells of rain making it back in towards Fiordland and down towards those far southern and western parts of Southland as well. Now in terms of our daytime highs, a degree or so warmer than we'll find on Thursday, back to around about 25 degrees Celsius in Christchurch, 28 though up in Blenheim. A fine looking story there, and staying dry and fine through the daytime once again for the likes of Marlborough. As we head in towards the weekend, things do change. We find the high pressure slides away towards the north and the east, and this next feature moves up from the south, pushing at some wetter weather back in towards Fiordland and in towards parts of Westland, and perhaps even up in towards Buller by the end of the day. And overnight, we'll find that wet weather transfers towards the North Island. While there's some wet weather on towards the eastern side of the South Island for Saturday, it's a much more patchy affair. We're more likely to find it's a windier day and a very warm one out towards that eastern coast. We'll perhaps find temperatures in Christchurch back up to about 30 degrees Celsius as we head in towards Saturday. But I think for many of us what we'll find, it will be a different story through the weekend. There are some heavy rain watches once again for parts of Fiordland, the ranges of Western, and perhaps then towards the ranges of the Grey and Buller area as well, with that wet weather pushing through during Saturday. And on the other side of the Southern Alps, out towards the Canterbury High Country, we'll find those northwesterly winds increasing once again, perhaps even reaching severe gale in the most exposed areas. On in towards Sunday, that front moves up towards the North Island, a cloudy day up across the North Island there, and we are going to find some wetter weather just creeping in and amongst us as well. For the South Island, though, it's a drier, brighter looking Sunday, a cooler feeling one with our winds back round to more towards the south and the west, and just keep an eye on that next area of low pressure, bringing some wetter weather back just to start next week. But by the time we're heading towards Tuesday, high pressure builds back in across the country. That's it from me. This is from metservice.com.